NFC playoff picture, a little more clear cut, a little more decisive than the AFC playoff picture. We have five of the six spots. We have five of the seven potential playoff spots in the NFC filled. Packers, Saints, Seahawks, Bucks, Rams have already clinched. The NFC East is still up for grabs, and that third wild card spot is also up for grabs. So here are the scenarios in the NFC. Green Bay Packers currently sitting with the 1 seed and the bye. They will clinch that if they beat Chicago this weekend. If they beat Chicago today, they will win. Or if Seattle loses, they will also lock up the 1 seed. The New Orleans Saints, they need to win. They need Green Bay to lose. And they need Seattle to win to clinch up the 1 seed for themselves. And Seattle, they could also potentially get the number 1 seed in the NFC. They need to win. They need New Orleans and Green Bay to both lose. So that would be what happens for the 1 seed. Said, as a Packers fan, I just hope they beat the Bears. Aaron Rodgers pretty much owns Soldier Field, so I hope that continues. Although Chicago's been playing much better as of late, which will serve them well because, as we can see, they need to win to get into the playoffs as well. But a little more on that later. Actually, no, we'll just do it right now. So Bears, if they win, if they beat the Packers, they can spoil them potentially getting the number 1 seed, and they will also lock up that third wild card spot, that number 7 seed. The Cardinals, the other team that is in position for that 7th seed, they need to win, and obviously they need Chicago to tie or to lose. They are playing the Rams. The Rams are already in the playoffs, 6th seed. They're not in danger of missing. They have that spot locked up. It is going to be a battle of backup quarterbacks. Arizona is potentially going with Chris Streveler, who made a video on, next Taysom Hill potentially. And the Rams will have some Wofford guy from Wake Forest. Never heard of him before this week. So interesting with a playoff spot on the line or seeding, 2 potential playoff teams with backup quarterbacks rolling into Week 17. It is what it is. That's that. NFC East, the other division up for grabs, the worst division potentially in the history of the NFL, has not been decided because no one wants it. I don't think anyone wants to win this division. So currently you have the Washington football team leading that division. They play the Eagles today. They're leading that division at 6-9. Not great. Not great. They win. That's all they need to do. They currently hold that spot. They win. They get in. They are fighting with that spot with the Cowboys and the Giants. The Cowboys and the Giants play each other. So essentially, either one of those teams, whichever one of them wins. So Dallas is also 6-9. Washington holds the tiebreaker. So Cowboys would need to beat the Giants. And if Washington loses, Cowboys have a better record. They win the NFC East. The Giants are actually 5-10. They hold the tiebreaker with Washington. So if they beat the Cowboys and Washington loses and both of those teams end up at 6-10, Giants would get into playoffs because they have the tiebreaker. NFC, a little more clear cut. 2 spots to decide and the number 1 seed. It's going to be interesting. Like I said, as a Packers fan, best case scenario for me, Packers beat Chicago, Arizona wins. I do not want to see Chicago in the playoffs. They've been running the ball much better. Mitch Trubisky's been playing much better, and I think he's been aiding the run game. I think he's the biggest. David Montgomery has been the biggest beneficiary of Mitch Trubisky getting his job back. I would love to see Washington just win this game and get in because I think the Alex Smith story is great. I'd love to see him in the playoffs. Who knows? This could be his last year. Go out on top. Go out in the playoffs. That'd be great. Like I said, everything else, Saints, Seahawks still battling for potential 1 seed. Bucks 10-5. They're gonna coast in. They're playing Atlanta. Tough out. It's gonna be a tough out for sure. Because Atlanta just gave Kansas City all they could handle last week. But the Bucks aren't really playing for anything. I'm not sure if they can lose. They're currently a game ahead of the Rams. I don't know if the Rams could jump them and take the 5 seed if they lose. But at this point, doesn't matter. You're not going to get a home playoff game unless some major upsets happen in Wild Card Weekend. So the Bucks are just, they're in. Maybe they rest some starters because they're not playing for anything. Maybe they give, Gronk and Brady a rest. I haven't heard anything on that. But other than that, going to be interesting. Some things still to be decided in the NFC. If you are a fan of any of these teams, best of luck. Unless you like the Bears, screw you. Packers all the way. And in return for me spreading this good luck, all I ask is that you potentially think about hitting the Troop Sports logo and subscribe to the channel so I can continue to do this and feel good about myself because I get like 1 subscriber every 3 days. Appreciate you. See you in the next one. Have fun watching football. If you're like me, you're going to be doing it all day. Playoffs are almost here. They are almost here. And I am ready for it.